जय जगन्नाथ फ्रेंड्स, दिस वासुदेव पंडा। वेलकम टू मास्टर इंग्लिश। मत कही पिले जे 8:15 बेले क्लास हम बट 8 मिनट लेट हो ओके। तो क्लास टा हूँ और एग्जाम क्वेश्चन आंसर जस्ट टू सेकेंड ईयर इंग्लिश ऑन एग्जाम क्वेश्चन आंसर थिंक इट आउट जो जितक क्वेश्चन अच्छी टेक्स्ट वाइज क्वेश्चन से सब क्वेश्चन ये आलोचना करवा। तो प्रथम प्रश्न यूनिट 1 थिंक इट आउट प्रश्न टी अच्छी Does the writer like examination? Quote the line in support of your answer. प्रश्न कौन थिला? Does the writer like examination? माने लेखक परीक्षा को भल पाउतले कि परीक्षा तांको भल लागुतले कि? Quote the line in support of your answer. तमरो उत्तर सपक्ष रे माने से लाइन टा लेख को लाइन रे एटा वर्णना कराई छी। त हम लिखिबा the writer doesn't like examination. बुझेला? The writer doesn't प्रथम जिंस होछि No, the writer doesn't like. Does the writer अच्छी? No, the writer doesn't like examination. Quote the line. Like the line, the line that explains is these examination were a great trial to me. बुझेला? These examination were great trial to me. ये था प्रथम प्रश्न। सेकंड प्रश्न कौन था? Mention the subject that were dearest to the examiner. Examiner का माई favorite subject कौन था? Dearest subject कौन था? Mention the subject that were dearest to the examiner come by बुझे पिले। तो यार क्वेश्चन होची the subject that were dearest to the examiners were Latin and mathematics. Latin and mathematics दुईटा सब्जेक्ट हमको मन रखिबार अछि। Latin and mathematics these are the dearest of subject of the examiner मान का dearest subject कोन Latin and mathematics। क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 को जिबा। 3 नंबर प्रश्न which subject did the writer like the most? Which subject did the writer like the most? को subject माने को subject writer को भल लागुतला? Yes or no? The subject the writer liked the most were history, poetry and writing essay. History, poetry and writing essays were that subject that the writer liked the most. उल्टा भी लिखि परिबा हम। परवर्ती प्रश्न अछि। परवर्ती प्रश्न कोन बोले what reason does the writer give for his not doing well in the examination? माने से परीक्षा रे भलो न करिवार कारण कोन दैचंती? What reason does the writer give for his not doing well in examination? परीक्षा रे भलो न करिवार कारण से कोन दैचंती? The examiners set questions on Latin and mathematics, the subject the writer disliked the most. परीक्षा को माने जो क्वेश्चन करूथले सेटा लैटिन और मैथमेटिक्स रे करूथले आ ताकू राइटर बिल्कुल पसंद करू नथले। So the writer did not do well in the examination. तेणु लेखक परीक्षा रे भलो कले नाही। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन what did the writer write in the answer book for the Latin paper? Latin paper रे राइटर कोन लिखिले? The writer only wrote the name and wrote nothing except a single letter 1 within the brackets. Within the bracket and inverted commas in the answer book for the Latin paper. The Latin paper रो आंसर बुक रे से कोन को लिखले निज ना लिखले बहुत भाबिला परे गोटे नंबर लिखले आई एवं बो आउरी भाबिला परे केवल ब्रैकेट दे दिला आ किछि लिखि ना हंती। परवर्ती प्रश्न what are the sad spectacle for him? तांको पई sad spectacle माने दुखद दृश्य कोन थिला? That sad spectacle for him was the stain on the Latin paper that had been made by drops of his tear. तांको लुह पड़ी की सृष्टि पेपर ऊपर सृष्टि हेतिबा दाग थिला तांको पई से दुखद दृश्य बा sad spectacle। परवर्ती प्रश्न what is the writer's position in the merit list for admission? Admission merit list रे राइटर को पोजीशन कोन थिला? What is the writer position in the merit list for admission? The writer position was the lowest in the merit list for admission. Admission merit list रे सबात तळे राइटर को ना थिला। परवर्ती प्रश्न whom does he give the credit of his success in the entrance examination and why? The writer तांकर परीक्षा रे पास होबार क्रेडिट ता काहा को दउथिले एवं काहे के? The writer gives the credit to the headmaster because he had not written anything in the Latin paper, but from this slender indication Dr. Weldon declared that he was worthy to pass into Harrow. That's why. परवर्ती प्रश्न रहिला what does she mean by I gain no more advantage from the alphabet than from the word pair of letter. से जो कही माने इंग्रजी अल्फाबेट रो मते किसी फल मिलिला नहीं काहे की the writer name begin with English alphabet S, and the names of the new admitted student in Harrow was printed in alphabetical order. That's why, as his name start with S, his real name Spencer Churchill, his name was just two from the bottom. That's why the author declared that he had gained no advantage from the wide sphere of letter. How did he become the last boy in the class? से स्कूल class last boy केमते हेले? As the two students were admitted below him, took TC immediately after admission through illness or some other cause. That's how he became the last boy in the school. So दुईटा पिला illness माने असुस्थता किंबा अन्य कोनोसी कारणो जेतबेले नै गेले तापरे ये लास्ट हे गेले. परवर्ती प्रश्न होचे व्हाट इज द कस्टम ऑफ कॉलिंग द रोल एट हारो? व्हाट इज द कस्टम ऑफ कॉलिंग द रोल एट हारो? हारो रे अटेंडेंस नवार कस्टम टा कोन थिला कॉलिंग द रोल एट हारो? द कस्टम ऑफ कॉलिंग द रोल एट हारो इज that the students walk past a master and line and respond one by one. तो टीचर के सामने जाउतले एवं जणे पर जणे रेस्पोंड करतले. एटा हेरो सिस्टम थिला. Why is last of all? Why is last? Sorry, I got a question रही गला. Question टा होची what is the custom of calling the roll at Eton? Eton रे attendance नवार प्रथाटा केमते थिला? How was it? Eton college school रे माने हारो रो पूर्व स्कूल रे. So the custom of calling the roll at Eton is that the students stand in a cluster and lift their heads when their names are called. Stand in cluster, lift their heads when their names are called. माने दल रे ठिया होतले जेतबेले तांकर नाटक आउतले से माने तांकर टोपीटे को उठौतले. Why is last of all? Why did people say so? ये सबले शेषरे रहउची एक कथा काहे कि लोक माने कहउतले बुझला काहे कि कहउतले लोक माने काहे कहउतले the people said so because the people wanted to know why the writer was the last of all to march by. लोक माने जानि बाबू पई चाहुतले जे से सब शेषरे काहे कि माने शेषरे ही तार रोल नंबर काहे कि पडुची. That is the reason. And because you are the son of Lord Randall Churchill, who had a towering personality in the politics of England. That's why also. That is also one of the reason. ये दिला यूनिट 1 रो थिंक इट आउट रो समस्त प्रश्न पले वर्तमान देखिबा यूनिट 2 रो थिंक इट आउट रो प्रश्न सब. तो यूनिट 2 रो थिंक इट आउट रो प्रथम प्रश्न अछि व्हाट काइंड ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स वर टॉट लैटिन एंड ग्रीक एट हारो? हारो स्कूल रे को भलिया पिला माने लैटिन एंड ग्रीक पढुथले. +3 पिला मानन को पई सेशन 80 पिले चिंता करिवार किछि नाही तम सेशन 9टा बेला अछि. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स वर टॉट लैटिन एंड ग्रीक एट हारो? लैटिन एंड ग्रीक कोन पढुथले? The clever students were taught Latin and Greek at Harrow. Clever student मान को पढ़ाउथला Latin and Greek. Second question, which students were taught only English? को मान को केवल इंग्लिश पढ़ाउथला? Those who were slow learner. Those who were slow learner were taught only English. जो माने टिके slow learner थिले से मान को केवल इंग्लिश पढ़ाउथला. परवर्ती प्रश्न अछि how does the writer rate English as a subject and Somerville as a teacher? इंग्लिश को सब्जेक्ट हिसाब से कौन भाविचंती एवं समरवेल को टीचर हिसाब से कौन कहिचंती. द राइटर रेट्स इंग्लिश एज ए नोबल सब्जेक्ट. इंग्लिश टा भलो सब्जेक्ट तांका पई एंड मिस्टर समरवेल एज ए द मोस्ट इनोवेटिव टीचर. ही हैज रेटेड मिस्टर समरवेल एज द मोस्ट इनोवेटिव टीचर. व्हाट पार्ट ऑफ द इंग्लिश ग्रामर डिड ही लर्न फ्रॉम मिस्टर समरवेल? एनालिसिस एंड सिंथेसिस. सिंपली हमें कहि परबे एनालिसिस एंड synthesis. He learned from Mr. Somerville analysis, English analysis and synthesis. How did he score over clever boys, clever school fellows in after years? How did he score? He scored over the clever school fellows in afterwards by doing of his better standard in common English. Doing of his better standard in common English he scored over the clever school fellows in after years. Why was he biased in favor of boys learning English? English support se sabu bele kahi ke kahutale? What the reason? He was biased in favor of boys learning English thoroughly because it was the key to their success in life, according to Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill ଭାବୁଥିଲେ ଯେ ଏଟା ହିଁ ସଫଳତାର ଚାବି, ଇଂଲିଶଟା ହିଁ ସଫଳତାର ଚାବି, ତେଣୁ ସେ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲେ କି ସମସ୍ତେ ଇଂରାଜୀ ପଢନ୍ତୁ। ଇଏ ଥିଲା ୟୁନିଟ୍ 2। यूनिट 3 ର क्वेश्चन आंसर देखिए पहले। यूनिट 3 थिंक इट आउट। हाउ डिड द बॉय एंजॉय देयर टाइम एट द स्विमिंग बाथ? स्विमिंग बाथ रे जो स्विमिंग पूल थिला सेठी पिला माने तांग समय किभଳି काटुतले। The boys enjoyed their time in fun and follies at the swimming bath. Fun and frolics. Fun and frolics. Frolics is a word to enjoy, you know. Fun and frolics at the swimming bath. They used to go there in large number and bask between their dips, eating enormous buns. तो सेठी की जाउतले एकाठी होउतले मझे मझे बुड़ पकाउतले, बुड़ पकाला बेला खाउतले, एबळे से मस्ती करूतले, पूरा एंजॉय करूतले। What kind of pranks did they enjoy the bath? कोबला pranks सब जोक सब चलतले तांकर। The pranks they enjoyed there was to walk behind someone stealthily and push him into the pool. This is the prank. What did the writer do to the boy, standing in a meditative posture? से ध्यानस्थ थिवा माने पिला जे ध्यान मुद्रा ठिया दिला ताको कोन कले से? He went away stealthily behind the boy, pulled his towel and pushed him into the pool out of humanity. What was the reaction of the boy? What was the reaction of the boy? Pilar reaction kon thila? The boy's reaction was furious. He emerged from the foam, with furious power, and dragged the writer into the deepest part of the pool. Into the deepest part of the pool. Next. What did the writer learn about Emery from the crowd of younger boys? से छोट छोट पिला माने जो थिले, से younger boys माने थिले, से माने एमरी को कौन कहले? Sorry, writer को एमरी को विषय कौन कहते? The writer came to know from the younger agitated group of boys that Emery was the head of the house. He was a champion at gym. He had his football colors, etc., etc. How did the writer apologize for his misconduct? Writer तांकर से खराब व्यवहार पाई किभଳି क्षमा मागिले? The writer apologized him in state of nervousness for his misconduct. In a state of nervousness हमको लिखिवा. How did लिखा है जी? तो मैंने तो लिखिवा in a state of nervousness. Next question. Did he apologize out of fear or guilt or both? Did he apologize out of fear or guilt or both? He apologized out of both fear and guilt. Fear এবং guilt. दोष এবং भय. दुइटा. Did the matter end happy for the writer? Yeah, simple. Yes, the matter ended happily for the writer. Simple. Yes, the matter ended happily for the writer. ये थिला यूनिट 3 पिले वर्तमान देखिबा यूनिट 4 रो थिंक इट आउट रो जहा सब प्रश्न उत्तर अछि। प्रथम प्रश्न 3 years difference in age is not so important as it is at school. How does the writer prove it? How does the writer prove it? In after years, Winston Churchill and Emery becomes cabinet colleagues, where there is no mark of difference. That's why the writer rightly told or quoted that there was no difference of age when we grown up. जेतबेले हम बड़ हो जाऊ सेतबेले एज रो डिफरेंस रहे ना. So how did the writer fare at school? Though the writer was at the lowest rank, he won 2 prizes at school. That's why he is being considered fair. How did he win prize at school? केमिति से जीतेले prize? केमिति से जीतेले? The first prize the writer won was writing a 1200 lines poem to the headmaster, that is Marcus Ancient Rome, without any mistake, when the competition was open to whole school. Next question. What are the writer noteworthy achievement at school? Noteworthy achievements कौन थिला? The writer's noteworthy achievements at the school was simple. He qualified in the preliminary examination of army, where most of the knowledgeable students failed to qualify. Next, how did the writer prepare himself for the preliminary examination for the army? How did he prepare himself? केमती prepare ହେଇଥିଲା? By way of his final preparation, means the writer's final preparation, he drew, he put all the maps of country and drew out New Zealand, and he applied his good memory to learn the dominion. And sure enough, the first question was draw a map on New Zealand, and the writer succeeded to score well in the examination. Why does he call his success an end plan? Gambling boli kahi kahi why? Because in the French city of Monte Carlo, the kind of gambling is being done where they put piece of paper and draw, and whatever amount will come, they will win, like that. The author also put all the maps in a hat, draw out the name of a country, and learn the maps of that particular country, and like that he succeeded. That's why he has compared his success with an end plan. So that's all for today. All the question answer, प्रत्येक क्वेश्चन आंसर आम डिस्कशन कले पिले ओके आसंता काली आम आउ गोटे नुआ चैप्टर स्टार्ट करबा को चैप्टर पढ़िबा इंग्लिश रो मते कमेंट करके निश्चित भाव जणाइबा सी यू टुमरो बाय बाय टेक केयर जय जगन्नाथ।